Featuring delicate lavender and topped with a bright citrus glaze, my Buttery Lemon Lavender Sable Cookies may just be the best cookies for summer. Hi friends, welcome back to The Casual Foodist. I'm Brianna and today we are making cookies. Not just any cookies, we are making Lemon Lavender Sable Cookies. They have been one of the most popular recipes on my site for a few years now. They are buttery, light, flecked with lavender, and will transport you right to the south of France. Let's get started. So for these cookies, we are going to start with 1 cup of unsalted butter, and you want to make sure this is softened to room temperature. And then we are going to mix that together with 1/2 cup of white sugar. And to this, we are going to add 1/4 cup of honey, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then what is going to really make these cookies special and stand out, we've got 2 teaspoons of dried culinary lavender, and I got this bag of lavender on Amazon for about $14. You can use it for simple syrups. I've got a batch of simple syrup that I just finished up and it's cooling down on the stove right now. You can use that for coffee, cocktails, brush it over a pound cake. All of those would be delicious. But if you want to get this, I will have a link to this lavender below. And then we're going to need 1 lemon. We're going to use the zest in the cookies, and then we'll add the juice to some powdered sugar for the glaze at the end. So, like most cookie recipes, we are going to start by creaming together our butter and our sugar. I've already got the butter in this bowl. And then we're just going to add in the sugar on top of that. And then using our hand mixer, we are just going to beat together the butter and sugar until everything is nice and creamy. All right, so that process took about 2 minutes. Now we are just going to add in 1 large egg. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then a 1/4 cup of honey. And I think this is just going to accentuate the lavender flavor a lot more in these cookies. And then we are just going to use our hand mixer again and mix this until everything's all combined. So one of my favorite things about these cookies is that the dough is made all in one bowl. So to our butter mixture, we are just going to add our flour. And again, I've got 2 1/4 cup here, and it's just regular all-purpose flour. 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Our 2 teaspoons of dried lavender buds. And then for some brightness, we are just going to zest 1 lemon. And I really think lemon and lavender just pair so well together. We're just going to set that lemon aside, and we're going to use the juice a little bit later for the glaze, and then just make sure you get all of that zest in there. And then we are going to bring in our hand mixer again and just mix this until everything's combined. So the dough will start to look crumbly, but go ahead and keep on mixing and you'll see it will start to come together and look more like a traditional cookie dough. All right, this dough looks like it's ready to be shaped. Let's go ahead and start that. All right, so I've got some parchment paper laid out and I've got it over top of my OXO baking prep mat, which I really like because it's got measurements all laid out for me, because frankly, I'm terrible at eyeballing that kind of stuff. But we are going to take about half of our cookie dough here. And we are just going to form this into a small log that's going to be about 9 inches long. So sable cookies are pretty similar to shortbread cookies, except they have a higher butter content. These cookies are going to be light and delicate, but also really rich with all of that butter. All right, so the dough is a little sticky, so I went ahead and washed my hands, and now we are just going to wrap up our dough. And then just give it a nice little roll to try to get it as round as possible. And then we're just going to give the ends a little twist here. Now we are just going to refrigerate this dough for at least an hour, or you can do up to overnight. You want to chill your dough because this allows the glutens to relax a little bit, and this is going to give us a more delicate texture in addition to all that butter. And it's also going to allow the butter to cool down a little bit to reduce spread once we go ahead and bake these cookies later. All right, so our cookie dough is done chilling, so we are just going to unwrap this. Right, and again, I love this baking mat. I am going to line this up and then cut our cookie dough into 1/2-inch slices. This is a great make-ahead dough if you want to keep a batch in the freezer and then bake as needed. Really great, easy cookie dough recipe for that. All right, now that we've got a couple of these, I am just going to line them up on the baking sheet. We're going to put these about 2 inches apart. All right, I've got the oven set for 350 degrees. We are going to bake these cookies for 10 to 12 minutes or until they are set and just lightly golden on the outside. All right, while my second batch of cookies are baking, we are going to go ahead and prepare our glaze. We've got 1 cup of powdered sugar. We're just going to add that to our small bowl. Okay, and then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And you may need a little bit more just to make sure you get the consistency you want. And we're just going to stir this all together. We're just going to start drizzling our glaze over each cookie. You want to make sure we cover the top. What to do is just sprinkle some of our lavender buds over each cookie for a little extra lavender flavor, and it's also just really pretty. So our cookies are all done. These would be perfect for any spring or summer occasion. So fabulous for Mother's Day, any baby showers, bridal showers, or if you're like me, just to brighten up a Tuesday afternoon. So of course we have to try one of these. So first off, I am getting that wonderful mix of lemon and lavender. These cookies are very soft, delicate, but that butter flavor is really coming through. You got to try these. You can find a link to the full recipe below or at casualfoodist.com, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to The Casual Foodist for more recipes like this.